Good morning. This morning I'm coming to you from just outside the sanctuary at the beautiful Tamborinbe Mountain Glades Hotel. It is a lovely place to come and visit. They have camping options, glamping options. You could hire a chalet. We're in a lovely room that opens out literally onto the rainforest. It is just beautiful. So this is an area in Queensland. We did the drive up yesterday from East Maitland, New South Wales, and the drive from New South Wales up to Queensland took us, it was about an 8-hour drive with a few stops, so it was probably about just over 700 kilometers, and it's really a beautiful, beautiful area. I'll walk down to the river in a moment. There's a wedding venue just at the bottom of the stairs, so I won't be approaching that as I see they're getting ready for a function. Mount Tamborinbe is, as I mentioned, it's an area in Queensland, and 25 million years ago the Mount Warning volcano erupted across an area of about 100 kilometers wide and resulted in a 2-kilometer high mountain of volcanic ash which came to be known as Mount Tamborinbe. The First Nations people have travelled across this area for thousands and thousands of years. Tambourine comes from the Aboriginal word jambreen, meaning wild lime, which refers to the delicious finger lime trees, or finger lime fruit that grows on the finger lime trees that grow wild in this area. The women would come and collect the limes, and the Aboriginal men would delicately remove strips of bark from the trees, which they would then use to make shields big enough to protect themselves, and this was done without harming the tree. In some areas you can still see evidence of this, with the trees continuing to grow. The early years of European settlement saw a lot of logging in the area as the great red cedars were felled for their durable wood. This area was later turned into national park area, in which reforestation has become the most important objective, and the current biodiversity of this area is considered to rank amongst the best in Australia. What a perfect spot to come and sit. These enormous trees are quite majestic. So the area is filled with bird life. There are so many different species. The tawny frogmouth owl, they mate or pair up for life, which for a tawny frogmouth would probably be about 14 years. There's little red-browed firetails, pale-headed rosellas, cockatoos, the famous bowerbirds, kookaburras and their cousins, the kingfisher. The list just carries on and on. Lorikeets, king parrots, blue-faced honey eaters. It's a bird lover's paradise. You can imagine the number of different birds found in the rainforest. The area is very rich in wildlife. You've got koalas, kangaroos at the foot of the mountain, and higher up you've got wallabies and the smaller version of a wallaby, which is known as a padamelon. There are slinky creatures like lace monitors, goannas, flying foxes, which are the beautiful bats that come out at night at dusk. You have the magical and mysterious eel that makes its way up to these rivers and then returns again to its birthplace thousands of kilometers away. It remains a mystery. We don't understand the mystery of eels. The vegetation, the rainforest vegetation supports big and small. We've got little green tree frogs, different snakes, some of them very poisonous, others less so. I think I would have a conniption if I was to find a carpet python or such like. There are noisy cicadas, Christmas beetles, frightening and ordinary spiders. There's even the odd platypus, but their whereabouts remains a mystery as they are very shy and are obviously protected. So when spotted, their whereabouts are not easily divulged to the public. Lizards with and without legs, scorpions, the little Tommy round-head dragon, it's just amazing. And of course at night time the forest comes alive with another whole variety of critters. In the caves you will come across the beautiful glowworm, and at night there's the bioluminescent fungi, glowing mushrooms. That would make me think of Alice in Wonderland. There are ringtail and bushtail possums, water dragons. You can just, if you can imagine it, it's probably here. And of course there are the famous dinosaur trees, also known as the cycads. A lot of this information I have picked up from a fantastic coffee table book by a journalist and artist by the name of Jaap Vogel. The book is called Green Island in the Sky, and it's all on Tambourine Mountain. It's a collection of his beautiful natural photography and then of course a lot of information on the wildlife. It's really worth having a look at. In it he celebrates the unique beauty of this beautiful area of Tambourine Mountain. There is so much to do in the area. There's a skywalk, which is, I think it's about 30 meters above ground in the treetops, amongst the canopy. There are laser games. There is a little mine where children can go and mine rocks and dig out some of the rocks and then mine them and get them polished. So there's a little crystal shop. There's a whole lot of activities that one can actually do in the area. I would love to just come and sit here quietly, read a book. Through the trees you can see the wedding venue. But I won't be gate crashing that. Really pretty. On these trees you can see the stag fern, which grows against the trunk of the tree. If I zoom in you can probably see it. The light filtering through is really lovely. These make me think of Thailand, the lotus. Well, it's not sure if it's a lotus or a water lily. There's a little bee in this one. So busy. So we're heading up towards Thunderbird Park. Lots of activities here for the little ones. Miniature golf. There's a treetop challenge. Laser skirmish. And there we have a pterodactyl. Probably one of the scariest things from our childhood. I remember seeing a movie as a youngster with a pterodactyl in it, and it terrified me. This one looks particularly friendly. Thunderbird Park. And then if we walk up here, we'll head up towards the restaurant, reception area. Everywhere there are little food stations for birds. Look at the size of these stag ferns. It's a bustling area, and of course it's school holidays at the moment, so very busy.